couple of the key things I'd taken away from the pods was one, that inversion thinking, like what don't I want? How do I avoid that?
Yeah.
And that was really helpful. And also, I guess, reverse inversion thinking, is that a thing where you kind of start at what you do want and work backwards, and if what you're doing isn't going to get you there, like how do you get there? And as I think that mindset change as well. Like I'd looked at similar things in the past, like changing roles into something commission based and all that sort of thing. And there was always a reason not to do it. Part of it was at the moment I mentioned, we've got 2 mortgages that don't pay themselves. One of those was on a pretty attractive rate until right in the middle of when I was doing my study, and went to a pretty brutal rate. Yeah. And so that was something that previously I would have been like, nah, there's no way. But I think just through listening to the pod and just being determined to take some action to change, it was instead of why can't I do this, it was what do I need to do to make this happen. And
nice.
I was kind of back to the drawing board and worked backwards. Talked to Mike a bit about what would be involved, and he said, look, you're more than likely not going to make $1 for at least 3 months at the start. You're going to have these outgoings with licensing fees and insurance and all of that sort of thing. And so it's just about building a really clear picture and doing the research at the start and finding out what did I need to do and how was I going to get there. And yeah, it was a period where we lived as tightly as we possibly could, like not going out for dinners, saying no to a lot of stuff, and just really focusing on building a runway. And I went on a bit of a manic spree around the house, just selling anything and everything that we didn't need, fishing rods included. So
that would have been tough.
Hurt me a bit. But again, it was like the things that I don't need. I need this to happen. This is what I need to do to get there. And this is something that is a want, not a need. It's gone. And yeah, we've saved really, really hard. Went from kind of living between mortgage repayments to stacking like 35, 40 grand as a bit of a runway to make sure that we can get through this period. And as well, the other thing goes back to that openness with those in your life about what you're trying to do, and being really clear with them, because they're going to be deeply, deeply, deeply involved in that as well, especially in a call like this where you're going from a steady income to literally no income for an undetermined period.
Yeah,
you kind of need everyone on board there. And yeah, that's what I guess taking some of those lessons and just really taking the time to sit out. And I think money can be one of those really combative issues at times in some relationships, and yeah, it kind of doesn't have to be. I think the more you talk about it, the better it gets. And we really sat down and kind of road mapped it out, and she's been incredible through it as well. I've got to give her a lot of credit.
Sounds like it.
For taking it on. And we worked back and was like, look, this is what you're going to need to do. You're going to have to support us for a little while, and this is what I'm going to have to do, which is absolutely hustle to make sure that this no income period is as small as possible. And this is what we've got to do in the meantime while I'm studying, and I'm going to have to come home from work and study for 3 hours, and I'm going to study on weekends and might not be as available as I usually am. And yeah, I think taking that lesson that you really do need to involve the people close to you in that journey is critical. Like you can't do it without them. So
yeah,